Hello everyone and welcome to Uzi Mumbai. Today I'm joined by Shlok again over Google Duo, and that's how it's going to be almost every time. Get used to it. Uh, so today we're going to be taking a look at the CFG or the City Football Group deal that is almost imminent to be taking over, and the ownership of Mumbai is going to be shifting from the current owners and to Mumbai CFG.
Yeah, I think a lot of sources have reported this deal to be nearly completed. I
Yeah.
think they're just waiting on the formalities, but the club hasn't announced it. So I think at the end of the day, it's just speculation, but I think it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have rumors going about so much if there isn't something to it,
Yeah,
right? So we're going to be taking a look at CFG, what exactly they do, why this whole deal of Mumbai City FC did come about, um, how they go about the projects, and what we can expect from this deal for not only Mumbai City FC but Indian football in general. So let's take a look at the overview. CFG is the City Football Group is a let me get this right, is a holding company that administers association football under the ownership of Abu Dhabi United Group.
yep.
That's what Wikipedia says, right? But I guess the generalists to the footballing, they're the group that goes out investing in football and its projects all around the world and
Yep.
wants to just see football develop. A good, really motive you can get behind. They're founded by Sheikh Mansoor, who is also considered the owner of Manchester City.
Man City. Yeah,
Yeah, and well, that's the whole sum of it, right?
yeah. So basically, they they just go around investing. That's it.
Yep, I guess. And wherever they do go, obviously the clubs do see a massive upheaval in how they are run, in how what they do domestically, in how exactly they go about their general work. So
Yeah.
I think with one tip, one signing that really made this whole deal go off, and the news spread around is their association with Con or Conabler to say. Uh, so Con is a
Which
company.
is Kendra Blah's company,
So
basically.
basically, Quan is a company which is owned by, if I'm not wrong, the Blah family, right? Which includes Indranil Blah and his brother. They do, a lot of talent management, etc., etc. They're basically into a lot of different fields. So they started this joint company of sorts with the City Football Group, called the Conabler, which is focused solely on sports development and sports. Now, this deal would have gone off, basically unnoticed if it wasn't for the fact that the operating director, I think, in Conabler and the owner, the CEO of Mumbai City FC were the same people, which is Indranil Blah. Um, so that really tipped people off into going right. I think that just makes it a lot more easier for City Football Group to go about purchasing.
Definitely, it's like it's a personal relation kind of step that they've taken to
Yeah,
get this one deal sorted. So I think
just feels like
maybe it's a catalyst. Yeah.
yeah, makes it easier to just go about the work. Uh, I think for a certainty, I can say that the photographer for Mumbai City FC does work for Quan, so that's probably a really good tip off. That they have interchangeable stuff, and probably
Yeah.
that's how the ownership is going to go as well.
Yeah.
Um,
That'd be great to hear.
that'd be brilliant to hear. So track record. Let's have a look at the track record of what City Football Group does and what exactly you can expect. So if we do, I think we'll just look at Man City. That's the prime example of how City Football Group wants to run and does run in almost all of its sectors and the teams that they go about. So the main objective is to develop football, develop the team, develop the club, and earn profits off of that, and not earn profits and compromise the football.
Yeah. And that's pretty good. I mean, if you are putting in that much money, you do deserve profits, right?
Exactly.
So it's a win-win situation for either side.
Yeah, good. You can say for a guarantee that they aren't coming to Mumbai to be milking profits, because there are no profits in Indian football right now.
Definitely. all the clubs are making losses if they're making a profit. It's really surprising to me.
Are they doing something fishy then? That's just my
Yeah.
whole overview on it. But I do know the Northeast are, on the way to be breaking even soon enough, and they might
It's
even
because of
register.
their impeccable finance management. They've
Yeah,
really unearthed some good stars there.
I think
But one thing is, well, when you have like a lot of money, you need to know how to manage money. You can't just go around spending it for
exactly.
no reason. So you still need to learn how to invest it in the right places, buy the right players, right?
Yeah,
Or else you could end up like CFG's other projects like NYCFC and
Melbourne City.
Melbourne City FC.
Absolutely. That is
I don't think they've been too successful. Nothing close to Manchester City.
nothing close. Exactly. I think it just, you do need to have the know-how, technical know-how. And that's why City Football Group does like to take over controlling shares so that they can have influence in the way that they do function. They go ahead. So what can we expect from the City Football Group deal if it does go through? One thing for certain is that the youth development for Mumbai City FC will go and will have an exponential growth. Everywhere they've gone, they've had a massive, beautiful youth development structures, youth development deals. They've had their system academies, training complexes. I think they spent about 20 million just on the training facilities for the first team on the youth development in New York itself. And I'm not going to compare New York and Mumbai, but I think the way the people are, I think it comes pretty close.
Yeah, definitely. You're looking at like
a metropolitan,
urban cities.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And for me, that is it's a beautiful thing to hear, because a little unknown fact is a little known fact. I don't know why I said that the team does practice and train and even stay outside the main city. And for me, that isn't a big, a positive sign, because it doesn't help the players have connect.
I mean, just imagine, right? You're done with the game. You're tired. You want to go home. You want to rest.
It takes you 2 hours to
like
go
this
home.
Whole 2 hours, yeah.
I can travel from Pune. I can travel to Pune in the same amount of time. That's a bit surprising. So it is a beautiful deal, and the youth development, they do have an exponential growth there, and you're suddenly looking at Mumbai as a city that is going to be giving you the best youth products, that is going to be giving you the best footballing talent that the country will see in the next maybe 15-20 years if the deal goes through. The way we look at
quite a few leading players right now who have come from Mumbai. You've got Rainier Fernandez, you've got Rahul Beke.
Absolutely.
Like different clubs, but they're still a product of Mumbai's football ecosystem, right?
Exactly. Other clubs do realize that there is so much talent here, and they're trying to tap into the market. But for us, it's a free market, and we should be taking full advantage of that market, because we do have a really good league structure here, and they just need the proper outlet.
Yeah, because you've got 5 divisions in Mumbai, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of sad if those, like that really well-made structure isn't evolving into something better. You've got all that talent just stuck in one place, because there's no connect to the national division that is as evident. You'd have scouts, but how much can scouts do when you've got 28 other states, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that does create a lot of problem. I guess with the City Football Group deal, you're just not expecting Mumbai to grow, but you're expecting Indian football to have a massive upheaval.
Yeah, definitely. Because now you're setting standards for everyone, and you're having better players in circulation.
Much better players.
Imagine such good players playing for the national team and whatnot.
Yeah, they're coming out of an elite academy, if that is what City Football Group does want to do, and that is what they usually do in different. Plus I think the biggest is that there will be a massive growth in popularity of the club, including the increase or the growth in the fan base. I think
because as we've seen, they quite seem to follow European trends. You had Anelka playing, you had Freddie Ljungberg playing, and they would come in big numbers. After they left, they didn't seem to come as much, but I think when you have like such big investors coming in, I think that's definitely going to raise some excitement in fans.
Exactly. And I think one of the biggest reasons Mumbai doesn't have the biggest of fan bases, because advertising within the club is very poor within the city. You know, after the first couple of seasons, we haven't seen much advertising. You see them barely make one poster, or maybe one advertising unit, you know.
Which isn't even advertising the club, it's advertising some product.
Yeah, mostly Mitashi, you know.
Yeah.
So I think it does allow for a massive growth and where the money is spent, how the money is spent, and basically, you know, facilities, everything is going to go up to, you know, level 10 or maybe above.
Yeah, that would be actually really great, because I think when you're talking about Mumbai, you've got management sorted. Like, I think as a club, Mumbai has made pretty good decisions.
Very good decisions.
But it's just that financial crunch that comes in, which kind of binds them. But I think
this will liberate them.
Exactly.
And just, you know, with their expertise and the financial backing, I don't think Mumbai is going to be a small club. I don't think they're going to be a big club. I think they're going to be one of the best clubs in India, and soon enough, if not Asia.
That would be great. It's like, imagine a dynasty.
A dynasty, a legacy in Mumbai City FC.
20 titles and whatnot.
I don't think the City fans would like to hear that anyways. Anyways, I think that's it for the video. What do you think about the City Football Group deal? Why is it taking so long? Is there something we don't know? Do make sure to like the video, comment whatever you feel like, how you liked it, or if you think that the City Football Group could actually not be a beneficial move for us. That's an interesting point to look at. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, bye-bye.